Okay, we're working on our headlight. This is our light itself. It's the back side of it. There's the positive connection. I've got it gently clamped in the vise. I've taken some emery cloth, or you can use steel wool, which escapes me for right now. And you can, right there, you can shine that up. And I'm going to solder this on there, but before I solder, I need to tin this. So I'm running out of battery right now, so hopefully I can show you how to do this. Get your torch. Very hard to find good solder now. Sometimes you can find it in welding supply stores. Here's some soldering paste, but this solder has lead in it. It's probably in California it's illegal. At some of your welding supply stores you can find it. Sometimes you can find it at places like swap meets and stuff, old stock. Really hard to find. But the idea to tin this is to get that solder to stick. If you just try to stick it on there, it's probably not going to stick. That's a good tin job right there. And now we're going to tin up our wire as well. Let that flow in there. I'm going to use pretty heavy gauge for ground. I always overdo my wiring because I don't want any problems as far as load handling or anything. Maybe later on I want to put halogen lights in this, and I will have the wiring there already instead of just a bulb. So that's tinned up really nice. I left a little drop of solder on there, and it fell off. So we're going to stick that on there right now by combining these two. There you go. And once you get that on there and it's cooled down, you should be able to pull pretty good, and it won't come off. Now that's not a good enough job, so I'm going to have to work on that a little more. But you get the idea. I'm going to put a little bit more solder on there, I think. There. Let's try that. So you want to test your solders. That seems to be pretty good right there. So there you go. Now you've got your bezel. Trimmed this down. We've also drilled a hole in the bottom of this. That's where our ground wire is going to go. We're not depending on a body ground for this. And you can just put an 1156 in here. It's a single element, and with a great ground like that, you're not going to have any problems as far as it working. It ought to work fine. I put our spindle on and our bearing. I did have to, when I got it on there, I ended up having to take a piece of pipe and put it over the spindle and tap that bearing in place, that rear bearing. I don't know if it was just the spindle had a little rust on it or was rough. It wasn't a lot of tapping, but I did have to tap it on there, put it all back together. All I got to do is really grease it really good. I'm going to jack the tractor up with my floor jack, my little bottle jack. I'll put a piece of wood underneath there. Swap the tire. I've only got a set of tires, so I've got the other tractor on one tire as well. So I'll put that one over there. We'll pull that hub off and repack it with grease as well.